Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation with a topic that I believe is truly important. Today, we're exploring what women truly crave beyond the bedroom. While the title might make you think it's all about bedroom desires, what we're really diving into is much deeper. We'll look at what women genuinely want in a man's presence, behavior, and energy. And trust me, attraction isn't just about looks or chemistry. It's about how a man manages himself, his emotions, and his life. So, stick with me as we uncover these insights together. Unpacking the unspoken desires. This is all about understanding what women truly want beneath the surface. Based on the insights we shared earlier in the video, let's take a closer look at the psychology behind these hidden cravings. Often, women have needs and desires that they might feel too shy or uncomfortable to express outright. So, they might drop subtle hints or rely on nonverbal cues instead. What's really important here is recognizing these signals and understanding the underlying emotions behind them. By doing so, we can build deeper, more genuine connections and create a space where women feel safe to share what they truly want. This ties back to our overall theme, being attentive and empathetic to the unspoken, because that's where real understanding and meaningful relationships begin. When a man notices a woman pulling away, his first instinct might be to try harder, sending more texts, checking her social media, or replaying conversations in his mind, trying to fix what went wrong. But here's the interesting part. That overpursuit often has the opposite effect. Instead of bringing her closer, it shifts the dynamic in a way that can actually push her away. Chasing, in this context, changes the natural flow of attraction. What initially might feel exciting and magnetic can start to feel like pressure, like he's trying too hard to control the situation. And pressure, as many of us know, is one of the quickest ways to kill attraction. So the key takeaway here is that true leadership isn't about chasing or forcing things to happen. It's about maintaining your confidence, staying grounded, and understanding that attraction has to develop naturally. When you lead without chasing, you create an environment where genuine connection can flourish. Now, let's talk about the power of respecting space. What women truly want, often secretly, is a man who understands and values that space. It's not about being distant or cold, but about giving her the freedom to be herself and to come back naturally when she's ready. A man who respects space isn't panicked or desperate. He's confident and secure. He knows his own worth, and because of that, he doesn't feel the need to chase or pressure. Instead, he leads his own life, which in turn creates a sense of respect and attraction. This approach aligns perfectly with our overall theme. Healthy relationships are built on confidence, respect, and understanding boundaries. When you respect her space, you're actually strengthening the connection, not weakening it. Let's talk about emotional mastery and calm energy. Contrary to what some stereotypes suggest, being emotionally strong doesn't mean acting like a robot or suppressing your feelings. It's really about choosing how you respond, rather than reacting out of fear or insecurity. For example, if she cancels plans last minute, a grounded man might feel disappointed. That's natural. But he doesn't spiral into neediness or panic. Instead, he stays steady. That calm, composed presence is actually very attractive because it signals safety and reliability. Women value men who can regulate their emotions because consistency builds a sense of security, both emotionally and physically. When we maintain that calm energy, it reassures them that they can count on us, no matter what. So, mastering this aspect of yourself is key to creating that trust and attracting the right connection. When it comes to self-respect, one of the biggest reasons men can become needy is because they neglect themselves. Things like poor sleep, eating junk food, cluttered environments, and endless scrolling on devices all chip away at self-control and confidence. When these cracks start to show in his life, he might look to her for validation, trying to patch those holes with external approval. But that often leads to a sense of desperation, which isn't attractive or sustainable. Women, even if they don't say it directly, are always noticing the small details, things like clean nails, fresh breath, a good scent, and well-maintained grooming. These tiny habits send a powerful message. I value myself. And when you value yourself, that self-respect becomes far more attractive than constantly seeking attention. So, cultivating good habits around self-care and self-respect isn't just about feeling better. It's about projecting confidence and attracting positive connections naturally. Remember, genuine self-respect is much sexier than needing constant validation. Let's talk about independence and direction. One of the most compelling findings in evolutionary psychology is that women find men with independence and self-direction incredibly attractive. Why is that? Because a man who has his own goals, passions, and sense of purpose naturally stands out. He's not just orbiting around her or trying to please her. Instead, he's focused on his mission. That sense of purpose becomes deeply attractive because it signals confidence and strength. Now, I want to clarify, this doesn't mean you need to be unavailable or cold. Not at all. It's about being anchored in your own lane. Women can sense the difference between a man who's genuinely busy becoming a better person and someone who's just trying to impress them. The former exudes authenticity and self-assurance, which are far more appealing. So, in the context of our overall theme, remember, cultivating your independence and clarity of purpose not only enriches your life, but also naturally draws others to you. It's about embodying that self-directed energy that shows you're committed to your growth. That's what truly makes a man attractive. Let's talk about something many men tend to misunderstand: the difference between digital breadcrumbs and genuine interest. You might think that a laughing emoji on a story or a casual like is enough, but in reality, that's often just surface-level engagement. It doesn't truly reflect romantic investment or real intent. What women secretly crave is a man who can discern the difference. She appreciates a man who doesn't get caught up in shallow interactions, but instead recognizes true admiration when he sees it. And here's the key: she might not always say it outright, but she respects the man who quietly redirects his energy. Instead of wasting time on fleeting digital gestures, he invests in building a meaningful life, one that shows depth, purpose, and genuine interest. This idea ties back to the overall theme of the presentation. Authentic connection and meaningful investment matter far more than superficial gestures. It's about earning attention through sincerity, not just wasting it on trivial digital exchanges. When a woman pulls away, it's natural to feel an urge to chase or panic, but the most attractive response is actually to pause and breathe. Instead of chasing, I can redirect that energy into growth, focusing on becoming more grounded and confident. Women really value a man who is solid enough not to collapse or lose himself when she creates some distance. This grounded presence is key because if she comes back, she'll respect him even more for holding his own. And if she doesn't return, he's left space for someone who is truly better aligned with him. Either way, he wins because he hasn't abandoned himself in pursuit of her. This is all about embodying a grounded masculine presence, showing strength and self-awareness, rather than desperation. It's a powerful way to build genuine connection and respect, and it fits perfectly into our overall theme of authentic masculinity and emotional resilience. What women truly crave isn't something you can buy, send a text about, or pretend to have. It's an energy, an authentic, steady presence that you build every single day through discipline, mindfulness, and purpose. It's important to remember, don't chase after superficial things or fleeting moments. Instead, focus on leading your life with intention and confidence. Don't collapse under pressure or stress. Stay centered, grounded, and in control of yourself. And never neglect your own well-being. Elevate yourself, personally, emotionally, and spiritually, so you can be the best version of yourself. Because this is the kind of man women long for, but often find hard to articulate. They might not always know exactly what they're looking for, but deep down, they sense that it's this inner strength and authenticity that truly matters.